Boys, today we'll start with the chapter nitric acid. Now in 18th century, alchemists discovered the nitric acid. At that time, they used to call it as aqua fortis, which means strong water. And why they used to call it aqua fortis? Because it was the only liquid at that time which could dissolve silver. And they used to use it for the separating of gold from the mixture of gold and silver. Now, in 1958, Glauber, the another scientist, prepared nitric acid by distilling niter, which is also known as potassium nitrate, with concentrated sulfuric acid. And because it was prepared from the niter, the name was given nitric acid. Okay. Now, nitric acid can occur in free state as well as combined state. In free state, very little traces of nitric acid occur in air. Now, we can the presence of nitric acid in air and its reaction with the carbonates of soil, we can see below, like how it reacts with the carbonates of the soil. What happened when during the lightning discharge, a small amount of atmospheric nitrogen and oxygen, they react and they form nitric oxide. You can see the first reaction. See the next reaction, the nitric oxide gas so formed, it is further oxidized to the nitrogen dioxide. So it's nitric oxide, it reacts with the oxygen and it forms nitrogen dioxide. Nitrogen dioxide, this gas dissolve in atmospheric moisture in presence of oxygen and it forms nitric acid molecule, which also float in air. Check the reaction, very important reaction. You can put triple star, 4NO2 plus 2H2 plus O2 giving 4HNO3, which is a nitric acid, which is also known as acid rain. This diagram shows how nitric acid is prepared in the laboratory. Now, nitric acid is prepared in the laboratory by distilling a mixture of sodium nitrate or potassium nitrate with concentrated sulfuric acid. Now, let us see how nitric acid is prepared in the laboratory. We take equal parts by weight of either potassium nitrate or sodium nitrate and mix it with concentrated sulfuric acid. The temperature of the reaction mixture always we have to keep below or around 200 degrees centigrade. It's a very important point. The temperature above 200 degree can cause different problems. What are the problems? Number one problem is nitric acid vapor, it rapidly decomposes to form nitrogen dioxide gas. And secondly, sodium sulfate or potassium sulfate, depending upon the what salt you have taken as a reactant, they form partly and they fuse with the glass and there is a damage in the glass apparatus. Okay. Now the glass apparatus, you can see as is there in the diagram. It consists of a glass retort and a round bottom glass flask, which is act as a receiver. The glass apparatus is purposely used because nitric acid vapor are highly corrosive in nature, and it corrodes. Decompose cork, rubber, etc. if we use them as stopper. Okay. Now, how can we? What are the products we get here? As just now I told you, we'll get potassium bisulfate or sodium bisulfate depending upon the what reactant you have taken, and also the nitric acid vapor. Okay. Now, how do we collect it? Concentrated HNO3, the vapor release, it is vapor, it condensed and collected in the water cooled receiver. The precaution we must take is the complete apparatus is to be made with the glass, because just now I told you HNO3 vapor is corrosive in nature. Okay. Now last part is how do we identify the gas? The vapor we get from here in the receiver, it If we heat it alone or with the copper turnings, then it will evolve reddish color brown fumes of NO2, which is a identification of HNO3 nitric acid or HNO3. As I already told you, sodium or potassium nitrate is distilled with concentrated sulfuric acid for the preparation of nitric acid. Now, why concentrated sulfuric acid is used? Because it is a strong, non-volatile, and it is capable of displacing more volatile nitric acid from KNO3 or NaNO3 on heating the reaction mixture. Now, why concentrated HCl is not used? Because concentrated HCl is a volatile acid, so it is not used to displace another volatile acid. See, this slide is showing the reaction equations for the preparation of nitric acid in the laboratory. In this slide, it is explained why high temperature above 200 degree are not used for the preparation of nitric acid. As I already told you, high temperature damages glass apparatus. Secondly, it decomposes the nitric acid, and also the formation of hard residual crust on the corresponding sulfate, which is a poor conductor of heat and which can stick to the glass. It cannot and it stick to the glass and cannot be removed from the apparatus, can stop the reaction. For the large scale preparation, nitric acid is most commonly manufactured by Oswald process. The Oswald process, it converts ammonia to nitric acid and it involves few steps. Now, what are the steps? In the first steps, ammonia is oxidized to form nitric oxide and also nitrogen dioxide. And in the second step, nitrogen dioxide is absorbed in water and which forms nitric acid. Now, the Oswald process has many well-known uses in both industrial as well as health field. Through the Oswald process, nitric acid is commonly used in fertilizers and pharmaceuticals. It is because its chemical reaction with some compounds. It is also used in the rocket fuel and explosives like TNT, that is trinitrotoluene. This is the last slide of today's topic. Here the steps and the reactions are given, how by the Oswald process we can prepare nitric acid.